Space Imperies, Part 8 Clocktime. The current date, according to the correlation of star positions, is 1947. The crew of the Aquila is at a distant time, 400 years back in the past, where the stars and planets take old relative positions, and the ancestors still walk only on Earth. The current date, according to the correlation of star positions, is 1947. The crew of the Aquila is at a distant time, 400 years back in the past, where the stars and planets take old relative positions, and the ancestors still walk only on Earth. The captain orders Mental to scan communications on all radio frequencies to confirm the space-time coordinates, and although it is not decisive, there may be clues. Captain Jax Rylan ordered Mental to scan communications on all radio frequencies. Was there any signal, any clue to confirm the space-time coordinates? The radio, like an echo of the past, could reveal clues. Mental, with his processor zooming, analyzed the waves. Voices, music, news. But also interference, unknown signals. Was this a trace of his own presence in the past? Dr. Trollope, with a feverish look at the captain, murmured, "The waves of the past speak to us." The artifact, with its impossible geometries, had left a mark on the fabric of time. The crew prepared to hear messages from the past. Clearing and filtering the interference, they were able to copy and even listen to fragments from Meet the Press, where they talked about the proposal for the creation of the State of Israel and the debates in United Nations. "It is unbelievable that they have not made any progress," Rafaela said. They were also able to see sequences of very innocent personal situations of such Mary Kay and Johnny. There were also reports of news from a former BBC and Radio France Internationale and the Voice of America who curiously spoke Russian. The space exploration ship Aquila reconverted into the main Pollux unit in rebel turns after the Battle of Olympus Mons, went back in time until 1947 due to an experiment of zero-point energy fields. The Eagle spacecraft was a miracle of engineering, designed to explore the borders of the solar system and beyond. Its crew was composed of highly trained scientists, engineers, and pilots. The Eagle prepared to return to the future. The artifact, still resonating with the signs of the past, seemed to be the key to removing the damage caused by his temporal journey. Captain Jax Rylan ordered the crew to recalibrate the systems, adjust the coordinates and prepare the quantum jump. Commander Zara remained silent, observing the artifact with a disturbing intensity. What did he know? What was his real agenda? Dr. Trollope, with her bright eyes, reviewed the calculations. "Captain," he said, "we are ready for the jump." Rafaela, the chief engineer, checked the propulsion systems. "The Eagle is in excellent condition. But what will happen when we get to the future? Will we find an altered world?" Captain Rylan assented. "There is only one way to find out. Get ready, crew. Time is waiting for us." The artifact shone with intense light. The Eagle disappeared in a flash, leaving behind the Earth of 1947. Space-time twisted, and the spacecraft emerged in its original timeline. The future welcomed them with flashing lights, familiar stars, and a sense of relief. But something had changed. The Eagle was not alone. Other ships, of unknown designs, were floating in space. Who were they? Friends or enemies? Zara smiled. "The artifact led us to a different future. One where humanity has united against cosmic threats. Where the Eagle is a legend, and we are heroes." The crew looked through the windows, astonished. Time had woven a new reality, and they were part of it. The Eagle became a beacon of hope, a ship lost and found in the flow of time. But the Eagle was not just an exploration ship, it was also the main unit of the Pollux, an organization responsible for running order in the colonies. Everything changed after the fierce battle at Olympus Mons, the highest mountain on Mars. The Eagle suffered no serious damage and its crew was tied to the desperate struggle against a rebel faction against dictatorial governments and holdings, which oppress the entire solar system. The rebels had stayed in the 24th century and the Aquila should return. Desperate to stop the fleet from heading to outer orbits, the Eagle scientists resorted to a risky experiment. They used zero-point energy fields, an unknown and dangerous technology, to try to maneuver between sidereal distances. But something went wrong. The Eagle not only moved a light year and returned, but also went back in time, but was also found in the Earth's Sicania in 1947. The Eagle crew was confused. They wanted to avoid any interference in history, while others believed that they should use their advanced technology to help mankind in the past. The Eagle became a rebellious ship, challenging the orders of the police. The Aquila was to return to 2374. The Odyssey of the Eagle in the past, recently, could you go back to your timeline? Captain Rylan gave orders to take an inverse trajectory to head to his starting point. The Eagle prepared to return to the future. The artifact, still resonating with the signs of the past, was the key to his time journey. Captain Jax Rylan ordered the crew to recalibrate the systems, adjust the coordinates and prepare the quantum jump. Dr. Troloff, with her bright eyes, and mental reviewed the calculations. "Captain," he said, "we are ready for the jump." Rafaela, the engineer, checked the propulsion systems. "The Eagle is in excellent condition. But what will happen when we get to the future? Will we find an altered world?" Captain Rylan assented. "There is only one way to find out. Get ready, crew. Time is waiting for us." The artifact shone with a light that seemed to blur reality. The Aquila disappeared from that moment and from that space, leaving behind the year 1947. Space-time bended over itself, and unfolded, and the spacecraft emerged in its original timeline. The future welcomed them with familiar stars and a sense of relief. But nothing had changed. Aquila wasn't alone. Other ships were floating in space. The crew looked at the screens, relieved. The signals flashed, transmitting crucial information in a language of flashes and pulses. The crew kept the guard high, aware that each message could change the course of their mission. In the vast space between the asteroids, the fate of mankind hanged from a thinner thread than the laser of a surgeon. The Aquila slipped between the asteroids, their screens flashing with flashes of information. The crew, astonished and alert, deciphered the language of the wrists. Each message was crucial, a thread that wove in the fate of humanity. In the vast space, the laser of uncertainty cut like a knife. What secrets were told in those flashes? The guard was high, and the crew knew that every detail could change the course of their mission. Captain Jax Rylan, with his firm gaze, weighed the possibilities. The tension in the technical laboratory was palpable. Captain Jax Rylan weighed the possibilities as part of the crew gathered. Dr. Troloff, Seraphin, Rafaela, Mental and Tex-Mex, among others, elaborated a tactical plan to contain the mixed fleet approaching from the inner orbits. The holograms were illuminated by showing representations of enemy ships. Strategies were woven in space. How would they face the enemy with a minimum of losses? Tex-Mex, with his mysterious eyes, analyzed the data. "We need to take advantage of our advantages," he said. "The maneuverability of the Aquila gives us an opportunity. We can deploy a series of escape and ambush tactics." Rafaela, the chief engineer, adjusted the weapons systems. "The plasma batteries are ready. But we must also consider diplomacy. Can we win allies among the enemy crews? There are factions seeking peace." Mental, analyzed patterns of communication. The encrypted signals reveal their vulnerabilities. Let us not underestimate any detail. Tex-Mex, as a tactical strategist, drew lines in the air that were recorded in the holographic projection. "The surprise will be our secret weapon. Moving with El Artefacto, we can attack from unexpected angles. But we must be prepared for any response." Captain Jax Rylan assented. "The mixed fleet does not expect us to resist. For dictators, the resistance has no hope."